Hello and welcome to my wedding series.
Here's to the vow worth taking. Nothing can break us apart. Here's to us. Here's to us. Here's to us.
Cannot believe this is finally here. My fiance and I are getting married after almost 9 years of dating. We met in California when we were 19. He moved to Nashville after my family and I moved to Nashville a few years ago. I've been planning this wedding in my mind basically since we met. I knew we were gonna get married. So it's been a long time coming and I wanna take you guys along on this process with me. I know a lot of you have been following our relationship literally since the beginning. So we wanted to take you guys along with us on this journey. From the planning to the marriage. You will see the decor, the food, the hair, the makeup, the flowers, the venue, and of course, the dress. But first, I want to introduce you guys to my wedding planner, Donna. She is crazy.
Am I supposed to be fixing my hair like her?
I say that to her all the time, so it's okay to say it. She's basically as aggressive as me, but as crazy and energetic as Danny, so put that together. Oh wait, that's how you
spent your last one.
She and I decided that we were gonna do a few fun challenge games. Since we were both so zesty, you know, we wanted to have a little friendly competition. Hey guys, I'm here with my wedding planner, Donna, and we wanted to do a whole Meet My Wedding Planner video. We filmed a whole Q&A where we went in depth about the wedding and we got a lot of juicy information in that. But first, before we get into that, I wanted to show a challenge, show a little personality, get a little spice going.
Love it. We like spice.
We like spice. That's Donna's favorite thing right now. We like spice.
And I do want to put a disclaimer that I have not done this with any other bride that I've worked with for any of the events and weddings that I've done. This is going to be my first challenge with the bride and I'm kind of excited about it.
You nervous?
I'm a little bit nervous because I am kind of competitive in general.
I found 2 bridal themed challenges, so we're gonna do them. But first we need the props.
Props! This is Ellie. This is my personal assistant.
Oh, great. Oh wow, you did really good makeup. She did her own makeup, if you can't tell.
Look at the camera.
Here's the first challenge I found. We each have these chopsticks. Okay, I found this on the internet, I did not make this up. This is called the Put a Ring on It challenge. So basically these are the rings right here. Maybe we should have 2 different bowls then, shouldn't we?
We can have 2 different bowls. Props! No, I'm just kidding.
So these little
Lifesaver gummies.
Lifesavers are the rings. And then you're supposed to have a chopstick and you put it in your mouth and you have to pick out as many as you can. It's a game of athleticism, agility, strategy.
And I'm gonna turn up the air because I'm already getting hot.
Because I'm already getting hot.
I'm nervous.
So we're gonna do a minute.
Let's try stacking them and see if we can. And if we can't, then let's do it on the table so that we can look really, really agile and clever.
All right, 1 minute. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go! It's too hard! Cause it's gonna fall down. I haven't gotten one. I can't even get one. Come on! But I can't trust Donna not to cheat. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall.
Christina, what's the deal?
You little cheater! Let's do one where we take them out and put them on the side. 3, 2, 1, go! Get out! Oh, no! Okay. That was really hard. Okay, so count.
8.
9!
Woo!
That was so close. Oh my gosh. Next challenge. Our assistant just gave us the props. So we have these cute little faces.
Ooh, yeah, they're scented crayons.
So it's silly scents. Anyway, that's irrelevant. We are going to use these crayons and markers and stuff, and we're gonna put makeup on these without looking. Okay, as if I'm already not artistic enough, I can't even look at what I'm doing. You cannot open your eyes, Donna.
I will not open my eyes.
I feel like she's gonna open her eyes. Automatic might DQ if you do. Just saying.
I'm just looking at the picture so I can register it in my brain.
Okay, me too. I'm gonna do that too.
I'm studying it.
Thanks for the tip, for the strategy.
Oh yeah.
So I have black, blue, pink, purple.
And I'm just using 2 colors
Blue, pink,
because I'm just gonna try to keep it simple.
Oh, okay. Did this sound go off? Did it work when I did that? Anyone have a memory? Does anyone have a memory?
Everyone had none of us have memories.
I had no memory of 3.
Wait, do we put it in our mouth or no?
No.
Oh good.
We get to use our
I got my head.
3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if I were an eyebrow, where would I be? Somewhere around here. Cheeks and lips.
I'm done.
Whatever.
She's as beautiful as she's gonna get.
Okay, so let's say the cheek is somewhere over here.
I was gonna grab another color and be bold. Mine
Can't look though.
I'm not looking. I'm like just randomly grabbing a color.
Let's say the lips.
Okay, you guys know what color this is? Should I do it for the hair?
Okay, let's put a bow on the head. Okay, don't look here.
I'm not
Flip it
looking.
over so you can't see it now. Ready to see what we did? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You!
Oh my gosh!
I literally have a little mustache on mine.
How'd you get the eyes?
I don't know.
Wait, look at the bow. I nailed where the head is.
I got some contouring on. I don't know. Who do you think won?
Okay, tell me why you can't see anything that I did. I got the lip on the side. That was
Yeah,
pretty
that's
right
good.
on point. You gave her a lip mustache.
I did. She has beautiful blue eyeshadow and green hair.
Oh my gosh, I should add more. 1 minute.
What are we doing?
We want to get the eyeballs and the lips. Eyes closed. 1, 2, 3. All right, eyeball, where are you? You're somewhere around here. Let's just say this is the eyeball. Let's hope that this is the pink. I don't actually know. The lips.
Okay.
Somewhere around
done.
here. I bet you there's someone who could do this super well.
I bet you there's trained professionals.
All right,
that
turn
do
around.
this.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Eyes and lips. Oh my gosh.
The eyes aren't too bad.
Where'd you do the eyes?
Here, purple, purple.
Oh.
But the lips, I'm just either above or below. I just can't seem to nail the lips.
Can I get a really good point for the fact that I did the eyes in pretty good circles? Can I get a point for that? And then the lip, I did it on the freaking nose.
Okay, which one of these drawings would you like to have for your iPhone case? Like, really?
Which look would you like to have? Which makeup look would be the best? Vote in the comments who won and who lost. Just kidding. Gosh dang it, that was hard. Pretty artistic if I do say so myself. I think I should go to art school at this point.
Belmont's growing every year.
I hear Belmont's growing every year.
Yeah, please.
So this is just the beginning. We have so many episodes planned for you guys, and it gets crazy and vulnerable and behind the scenes. So stay tuned for the rest of the series. All right, anything else I can possibly think of?
I think you could do a better wink than that.
Is that better? And now for Q&A with Donna. Hello, I am here with my wedding planner, Donna, and we are going to do a Q&A for you guys. So I tweeted about this and I got some of your great questions and some of your weird questions she's gonna answer in case you didn't know what a Q&A was. I'm just kidding, I know you know. Everyone was asking this, what theme is the wedding going to be?
Theme. Okay, we're doing a country rustic theme. Is pretty much the theme of the event.
What food will they serve?
Ooh, the food is gonna be fabulous because food at a wedding is so important. You want to have good food at a wedding because you want people to be fed and happy. We had a tasting just recently. So Christina and Nick and Christina's mom got to taste quite a bit of different food items, and then we're gonna sit down and we're gonna do menu planning to try to create some balance with all the foods. We're gonna have a cocktail hour, I should say an hors d'oeuvre hour, and then we're also gonna be having full-on dinner.
What is your favorite part of organizing your wedding?
My favorite part of organizing any wedding is to see the joy on the bride's face when I pull it off. That is like the best. It is literally the best. So many brides plan weddings, or they kind of have an idea and then they just start stressing themselves out before the actual event. So when we pull it off and we give them their dream event and it comes out really fluidly, like not with a bunch of hitches and stuff, you can just feel the happiness in the bride.
Will this be a wedding with a lot of tradition?
Yes, there will be a lot of tradition. There's a very spiritual aspect to the event, which is really important for Christina and Nick. But at the same time, the whole purpose of having a celebration or a wedding is to reflect the personality of the bride. And we know that Christina is fun and she is happy and she's a little wild. So there's gonna be a little bit of that involved too.
A little bit of spice?
A little bit of spice.
What type of flowers do you want to decorate with?
The kind that Christina likes.
Which I don't know what that is yet.
And then when we meet with the florist, that's where we look at different types of flowers. And for Christina, who's not a botanist, she's gonna look for flowers that shape and color that she's attracted to.
I am indeed not a botanist.
Not a botanist. So, and I'm not a botanist. And that's why we hire a florist.
Someone said, do you have a certain style wedding dress in mind that you want? You'll see in the wedding dress video a lot about this, but I had like different styles in mind that I wanted. So I wasn't like, oh, I know exactly what I want. I was like, I have a bunch of ideas. So you'll see what we did with that in that video. It was really cool.
They basically just interpreted all the things that she said and just took her on this journey from trying on the first dress to trying on the last dress and refining what she wanted.
I'm a baker, someone says, so I need to know, what kind of cake are you getting? I said in capitals.
Well then, if it's in capitals, it must be very important. So I need to answer that question. We did cake tasting. So far, carrot cake and red velvet cake were the two winners.
Hey.
Can you eat the sushi down there?
Yes, you can. We had a question break from one of my own family members.
What have you enjoyed planning the most so far?
The decor. Because initially we started out with a certain concept and then that has evolved as Christina's been introduced to different things. And so it's really fun because she's loving color. And so we're gonna be using a lot of color with the decor, which is really exciting because most weddings don't have a lot of color. They're very muted, very soft, kind of very pastel-y, but this is gonna just be super exploding with color and it's gonna make it so beautiful. Like I'm thrilled to be able to do it.
Yeah, I thought you'd
So
be excited
out of the normal.
about the color because I did not want any color. And then I don't know what happened. Suddenly I was like, oh my gosh, I want all these colors. So that'll be really interesting because I've never been to a wedding where there was a ton of color at it. What vision for the wedding does she see when it comes to knowing yours and Nick's personalities?
The vision that I see based on Christina and Nick's personality is a combination of casual, easygoing. And so it's gonna have to be kind of a laid back feeling, but then there's gotta have this underlining current of excitement and energy and fun. So not putting all the guests into like fight or flight mode the entire time. But just having them feel really laid back, but yet there's this level of excitement that's in there.
People thought that I might be crazy, which I haven't been, just so you know. So they said stuff like, how impossible are Christina's requests?
Oh my gosh. Christina is the biggest bridezilla I have ever worked with. No, not. Christina is probably the sweetest bride I have ever worked with, seriously, and I'm not just making that up. She's super easygoing, she's exciting, she hones in on what she likes and what she wants pretty regularly. Like when you give her the options and you educate her in a sense of what it is, she can really process and filter really quickly. So she gets in there and she makes a decision, but she's not difficult like to deal with, and she's not undecisive, and she's not demanding in any way. She's just enjoying it so much and enjoying the whole process and journey, which I feel like is a huge compliment to me, because that's really one of my underlining goals, is that I want to have the bride feel really relaxed and not stressed about the whole event. And Christina is just like riding that wave and having a good time. And it's perfect. I wish all my brides were like her. If there are brides out there that are like Christina, you can contact me.
Oh my gosh. Everyone keeps saying, how's the wedding planning going? Blah, blah, blah. Are you stressed? And I'm like, no. I haven't really had to do that much, which I wasn't expecting. And everyone's just like, what, really? So she's made it so I'm just not stressed at all. I'm just like really excited. It's like the funnest thing, which I was not expecting. So it's pretty crazy. So this is for me. How has your wedding planning been different than how you imagined before you were engaged? Okay, it's way different. I thought that I was gonna do everything. I thought it was gonna be like super stressful, super detailed, and like trying to learn everything really fast, because a lot of my friends did that. So I thought like, oh, they did that, that's what I would be doing. It was nothing like that. And more extravagant than I thought, because Donna is very extravagant.
I am very extravagant, I have to admit. So my concept is that the wedding planning is like I'm having the party and Christina is my guest. So it's like when you go to a dinner party, you don't really know how they made the dinner and where the food came from. You just come and you just enjoy the food and you enjoy the environment and the event and you have fun. That's what wedding planning should be. So I'm the host of this party, and then Christina and Nick are the host of their party, which is the wedding. So if I do my job right, on the actual day of the event, Christina and Nick will literally just be hosting the most amazing party that they're ever gonna have.
What do brides freak out about the most? And as a follow-up, is Christina typical or not in that regard?
Okay, so Christina is not typical. She has a level of trust in me just from the very beginning. And that is something that sometimes takes longer to establish with a bride and a planner, but because of her level and trust with me, she hasn't been typical, and it's made my job way easier, because now I'm not trying to soothe and comfort Christina and explain to Christina while I'm also trying to do all the things. And then most brides freak out most about the dress. So they'll see magazines, they'll see different things, and oh, I love this and I love this. But the problem is, doesn't necessarily mean that that fits their either personality or their body type. And that's one of the things that we try to help them find a really happy place, because you have to feel really confident and very comfortable in your dress since you're gonna be in it all day. But Christina was awesome. Just to put in a little plug, she knew what she wanted, but she knows what looks good on her, and that's like a huge obstacle. But I have to say that everything looked good on her. It was a real problem at the wedding dress store. We were all like, oh, they all look good on her. Like, please just try on one where we can go, oh no, not that dress. But it didn't happen.
How should one deal with a bride or groom who is freaking out right before the wedding?
So a lot of relaxing exercises, as far as I use a lot of breathing techniques with my bride and focusing. I think that having 9 children has really helped me, like the whole Lamaze thing of just learning to teach them to focus and breathe. And that really does make a really big difference for them. Because they usually are freaking out because their brain is just getting flooded because they're just overloaded. So it's just trying to isolate them. Like a lot of times I'll take them into an area, or I'll sit them down in an area that's literally free of a lot of distractions, and I'll just have a one-on-one talk with them and just really try to help them breathe and relax.
Oh gosh. Is Christina a wild child?
Define wild child.
Yeah, what the heck?
What the heck? She's wild in a positive way.
Oh!
In a really positive way. Because I define wild as she's got this unbridled energy that's super, super contagious. So that to me is a positive type kind of a wildness. But she's very aware of her environment. So she's always taking everything into consideration. It's not like she's inappropriate in certain situations or anything.
Oh, okay. And here's the last one. I like this one. What do you do when the bride and groom won't agree on something for the wedding?
So the rule of thumb is that the bride wins. It's the bride's big day, always. Most grooms, honestly, will get married in a parking lot. if you want. I mean, they will get married anywhere. Things about the wedding are not important to the groom, but the bride, she usually has preconceived notions about almost everything. If there is a something that the groom wants that's reasonable, then I'll go to the bride and just say, just give it to him, it's reasonable. Give him this one thing to help him feel like he's a part of the event. Example, the groom, who was a hunter, wanted camouflage. He wanted to actually wear camouflage ties or camouflage vests or something, and the bride was total princess pink, fairy tale wedding, everything. So the way that we compromised is we had a groom's cake and the wedding cake, and on the groom's cake, I actually had it airbrushed by a local artist, and we airbrushed it, and it was a camouflage cake. And he loved it, and he felt like, I got my camouflage. Yes, but it wasn't so over the top that it freaked out the bride.
Nick and I haven't disagreed on anything yet, because I don't have like that many like things where I'm like, I need this. So we basically have just been like, oh, cool, sounds good on everything. I don't know if we will have anything, but yeah, we haven't had any disagreements yet, so.
We've made actually most of the big decisions, and there hasn't been any disagreement. They're both easygoing and just riding that wave and having fun.
Just riding that wave.
That's what we're doing.
All right, that was our Q&A. Thank you guys for watching, and if you're interested in my wedding, there's a lot more videos in my wedding series, so check all of them out. They're pretty juicy. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, see ya.